Hi, I'm just gonna directly jump into the main reason, right? So, if you don't know already, I had disappeared from YouTube between my surgery time, and you know, a lot of things were happening at that time. My national exam was also at that time, but it was a normal April. I was watching my phone. I walk into the hallway of my house, and suddenly my leg starts shaking. My stomachs are vibrating, my legs are shaking, and suddenly I was on one leg, my right leg. So I try balancing on the wall and I suddenly fall. That was my first fits attack. I was I fainted after a few seconds, and the next thing I knew I woke up in the bed and my entire family was surrounding me. A few weeks later, we went to the doctor. The doctor suggested an MRI, and yeah, it was just a normal, basically an X-ray of your brain. So we got that done, and after my second epilepsy attack, which happened in school while I was seated at my desk, suddenly I fell. The same symptoms, but this time my head banged onto the desk, so I had a like an injury on my jaw as well. So that also happened. Um, but the doctor suggested that he should increase the dose since it's a cyst, number one, and number two, it needs to be taken to surgery whenever, not as soon as possible, which was a big part. So we decided to take it slow, you know. Uh, I got the medicine. It was 1,250, 750 in the morning and 500 in the at night. So that happened. After a few weeks, I had another fits attack, and this one was again in school. I was just standing on there's a stage area in our school in the auditorium, so I just fell again. This time, luckily, my teacher caught me, and they tried putting me at a safe area. Then I went to the doctor again, and he just kept increasing my dose. So that time it was at 1,500, which is 750 in the morning, 750 at night. Um, then I had my fourth epilepsy attack, which was in the car with my mother. I had my seatbelt on, and I just suddenly start having the attack, which was she got very scared of what was gonna happen to me. My entire family was very scared. Um, next thing I knew, I was in the hospital. Uh, I I was told I'm gonna have a cyst surgery since the MRI, the X-ray showed that it was a cyst. So I was preparing mentally and physically and emotionally for that. My family was also preparing for that. But suddenly, we decided to go to another doctor. That doctor suggested that we go to Nairobi. Now, if you don't know where Nairobi is, it is the capital city of the country I live in. I go there, and I'm told to get another MRI slash X-ray. I get that, and what do you know? It is not a cyst. I was about to sit for the wrong surgery. The wrong damn surgery. Yeah. I'm told by the I think it's a neurosurgeon, I'm not sure. I'm not a medical person. So I'm told that it's a tumor from the the X-ray that showed. It was something. Definitely not what I was expecting. And took a bit longer to process that. Sooner or later, I was ready for the surgery. I went fully bald. If you are keeping up with my community posts, you would see that. And I had a band-aid around my head after the surgery, and then there was an entire pipe connecting the blood coming out of my brain, which is dirty blood through the surgery, coming out of my brain and going into a plastic bottle. So what they did during the surgery was they cut open my head. They like sliced open my head in a book form. You know how you open a book? Kind of like that. They opened my head like that, the skull of my head like that, and they picked up my brain out the skull slightly, and they scraped off the tumor bits. And I was told that it can happen again, but it's a very low chance. And I spent another 18 days in Nairobi with my aunt and my mother, so that was also something. I didn't visit school at that time. My nationals are very close. It was I think July, and my national exam was in November, so I was basically not even able to revise. So I had a big C on my head, which I covered with a cap. There were two reasons why I wore a cap in school. Number one, so that I was still pretty, my skull was pretty bad looking still, even after the bandage was removed. And second, to prevent the heat rays from reaching my head, the top layer of my skull, the hair. So my hair had grown a lot at that time, and I did not look at all good. The funniest part of that was I when I went to the washroom, I would carry like a bottle of blood around. It was so I felt sick looking at that bottle of blood, and just until today I'm still rethinking how everything happened in my brain. Everything still like very much feels like it happened yesterday, and God, I hope it never happens to anyone else again. And I hope it doesn't happen to me again, because my family went through a lot. I went through a lot. It wasn't fun. And yeah, thank you. By the way, a big shout out to Technoblade. He passed away during right after my surgery when I was still in Nairobi for the 18 days. He is the reason why I started creating videos, and he was a big inspiration of mine. So go check his channel out, and yeah.